Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Lancelot Show, and yes, this is going to be about Nintendo Labo, and I'm trying to do the angry face and stuff. I actually tried the thumbnails for it, but this is the review that I'm going to put a lot of bad and some good into it as well. To me, Nintendo Labo, when it first showed the preview of it, it looks kind of cool and awesome, but the problem is the cardboard box. And people keep saying it's innovated, it is innovated, it is innovated. And I'm like, it is not innovated. Reason why is that my background is I do robotics. I have some engineering degree. And I also taught, tutored, and teach. I was a contracted teacher from elementary through high school for computer science and robotics. And I used to do, usually it was actually private school that hired me because I have beaten the Mythbuster in the first robotics competition in 2007. It wasn't an actual Mythbuster team, it was that Japanese Urahara guy that he actually did a team with all girls school, high school, and our team literally flipped this robot. I have the video and all that stuff. I'm going to try and get that converter tape, because we used to use a camcorder, a miniature VHS, and put that in the actual VHS, and I gotta go. We have the VHS and DVD converter, and that's what we're gonna have, pretty much gonna have to do sooner or later, once we move, and basically have the funds for it. Right now I have no funds, and I have started a GoFundMe page to help me with the move. You guys check it out on the bottom. Reason why it's not innovative as well, that I personally think, is that there are other actual product that is just like Nintendo Labo, but it's not made out of cardboard. It's mostly made out of Legos and Lego Connects and Lego Storm. And I know Lego Connects the same, but they have similar connects a similar build structure as Lego Storm that also we use. And when you're in elementary, you can actually go to the next robotics competition, or botballs is from, I think, middle school through high school, I believe, for botball. That's actually the Lego and it connects together, and plus you have servos. Well, I'm going to talk about each individual one. Well, for me, it looks kind of cool. The sensor, they use the camera sensor, they use the vibrating sensor. That has been done before. We actually had a pre-program that we did for the botball competition. And hopefully I'm able to go to editing. You'll see what the botball looks like. It's actually a competition we used to do in San Jose State a lot, and we always second place in my high school, and after that I tutored and taught, always end up in 4th to 5th place, because it's a lot of kids don't want to do the work anymore, and I do not know why. It's pretty fun to build shit sometimes. Basically, you have like certain amount, they give you a kit, usually a shitload of Legos. You have servos, and you have pneumatics, pumps, tree pumps, stuff like that. You can't glue those crap together. You actually should build it. You use a certain amount of tape to hold the form up, but you cannot tape everything else together, and hopefully hope to Lord that it will not break apart. That's the fun part of it as well. But the cardboard version of it is it's already pre-built, and all you gotta do is fold it like a little bit of an origami shape that they have given you, and sooner or later that cardboard will break. I even had high grade cardboard that I even use for a lot of my packaging, shipping, folding, cosplaying, so on and so forth. And after a while it will degrade and break apart. Not all cardboard will last because it is biodegradable, and the cost for it is ridiculous, and I don't see anything about. Hopefully you pay $69 for one of these and then $79 for the robot one. After the box degrades or gets destroyed, they'll have a separate packaging to rebuy it, just the cardboard itself, for $20 or less. It is not, the cardboards do not cost that much, and that costs to make unique patterns or however you want. It's actually fairly cheap. It is basically find the right manufacturer, buy a batch of it, and just sell it out. And this is made from 321 game. I looked at it, was never interested in it, and I heard a lot of bad things about it, but I'm not gonna go for it because I have never played it. Did not interest me. I don't have enough friends to actually play with it, and I'm pretty much the only person that I know that actually owns a damn Switch. And a lot of my friends have either a PS4 or an Xbox. I'm a old school type of guy. I like all consoles. I mostly like to play on my computer, but I do try to diverse. And the reason why I like the Switch might be another video you guys want to know about it as well. So Lego botball, you actually you get the kit. They have a pre-built for it, but they want you to build your own. But you have your own kit, but it's not really reliable as you customizing and build your own as well. It's Legos, and you can actually rebuild it, break it, rebuild it again, and you don't have to worry about buying or replacing that certain type of thing. That's one thing I think Nintendo got wrong on the cardboard part, because I don't think a lot of their fathers and mothers will buy another set of it, because this is majority is for kid, and there'll be some adults, a few adults that will actually buy it and just store in their closet, or just buy it like a whole crud load of it, and they'll sell it on eBay like they did with the Nintendo Classic and so forth and so forth. It is very interesting because if they want to have more creativity, have the more kids' mind, the original next below the tier of botball that it's made out of metal, and it's fairly cheap. $120 for a kit. It's actually a solid kit with a RC motor in it. It's fairly simple for any kids to put in. You want to have parents to look after them building it, because it's made of flash metal, and that stuff can cut, because I almost cut my finger in high school fixing every single computer in my English department's computer so they could use Microsoft Word on it, because IT at my high school back then sucked balls. And basically it's pre-programmed, and you use your laptop or phone. You can actually put a little key program on it. It's already pre-built. There's a little button, like drag and forward button to make sure what the robot can do and stuff like that. And you can do tournaments for that as well. For this one, I see is pre-programmed, a little bit of a mini game of it. So it's not much build or creativity. Only creativity I see in this game, majority of them are just it's just coloring and decorating however you want. There's some visual like fishing. I can see that's kind of cool. Driving, that's kind of cool as well. And the only thing that actually caught my eyes is a robot one, the virtual robot punching one. I have the game Arms. I reviewed it, I played it, and that sucker, it's like a workout. But I was streaming. I was sweating my ass off from it. It is, and the botball, we actually use a Game Boy Advance and Game Boy SP. If you guys don't know what that is, and you're a younger viewer, and I do have it, look it up. Is one of the how old is Game Boy Advance and SP? I'll look that up later. But it's pretty old. I think they use newer one like the DS now as an actual mainframe component. But it's actually, you go in there, you plug it in, you have your actual cartridge converter. That is your storage memory. That's where you go and program. It's already pre-programmed, and find out what servo you want to add manually in C programming, and it shows you how to do C programming. Very simple C programming, and basically, you want to go 180 positive, so make the wheel rotate forward, or 180 negative, and rotate the wheels backwards. And we have the sensors as well. We have the I forgot the sound sensors, what's called. We got the motion sensor. If you bump into something, you move. The camera sensor, basically, to locate an object and color object. And we had a pneumatic claw that basically is air driven, with a little motor on it that goes down and picks the ball up and it holds it up and drop it onto one of the recycle bins. That's one of the competition that we did long ago. I have to literally open a shitload of file cabinets that I actually took before I left because the San Leandro robotic went down to shits. So it is very interesting. That's why, to me, you can buy this kit for $50 to $250, reusable, programmable, and you can get like one of the old Game Boy sets with it. That it's actually a steal, and it teaches you how to program, teaches you how to be a builder, engineer, you know, be a schematics or a blueprint writer. That's why, to me, Nintendo Labo is not innovative, in my opinion. With people that never seen robotics competition through middle to high school or in college, or you know, don't understand that there are kits for kids that have all of these. Oh, if I go to Michael's, they actually have robotic kits. They actually have sensor, camera, and everything as well. And you can actually build the robot from scratch. You can have it, you know, customized however you want, as long as your electrical circuits and your chips are in place. You know, this one's like more of a safer side for kids, I believe, 2 to 6 years old, I believe, or a little bit older than that. The problem with that is, in the younger generation, they're not going to be really interested in these Labo, in my opinion. I have a brother that is 14 years old. I am 14 years older than him. And we live in a different time zone, I would say, because back then I'm used to going out and play games, be with my friends all the time, never come home until like 2 or 3 in the morning, get yelled by my parents. My brother is like, and I love the hell out of him, texts like hell, like video games almost every day. Every time I go visit him, I'm like, why don't you want to spend time with me? I drove 2 hours for my love for you. You know, looking at this, it's going to be a hit or a miss. It is really going to be hit or miss, because a lot of younger kids are not going to be fond of it unless you're like 3-4 years old and that looks cool. They might have played for like a week of it and it's going to go away. A lot of my goddaughter, my goddaughter is about 3 years old. I'm sorry, James or Jen, if you're watching this, and if I forgot her age, you know, my memory. 3 years old. I know she's 3. All right, 3 years old, and she's not really interested in a lot of other stuff. She plays with a little bit of toys. Even though we buy a brand new one, she'll play for like about a day or two, and she'll just leave it in a corner. They'll get back to it after a year for 2 or 3 days, but most times she's on her kid's tablet with interaction with Sesame Street and other educational games as well. You know, when you get further and further into the years, more and more kids are going to be more tablet based. You know, they will watch YouTube more than, you know, watch other people play games and hear their comments and everything else than building a freaking box of cardboard, in my opinion. I will get flack from RGT. I might get flack from Down Phoenix. I may get flack from a lot of people. I am very sorry, but this is my opinion, and to me, it's just not a lucrative ideal. I think this is going to be tanked and be crapped on. I might be wrong, you know. I don't mind being wrong. How I see it, it is not innovated. It has been done. Just like how Apple says innovated camera or waterproof and everything else like that. And you're like, no, it's not. Samsung did before you. Hell, 2-3 years before you. You're saying this is innovated? Probably for Apple standpoint, yes, because they're first time doing it. For Nintendo, yes, because first time doing it. But there are actual product and kits that meant for kids to use, to build, to be creative, imaginatory. whether by my kid. One day, I hope the Lord I do have a kid. I will get him a simple Lego Mindstorm kit. And I'll move to the next robotic kit made of flash metal. Then I'll buy a botball kit. The newer ones will cost about a couple $100 to $1,000, but the older kits you can still get like $100. And it comes with a Game Boy. Who can go around with the Game Boy? No one can. Nothing can go. I don't mind having another Game Boy Advance or SP, even though I have it. Hell, that could be my backup. It's brand new. So, you know, let me know what you guys in the comments as well, and please subscribe if you like this video. You know, I like criticism. I like to make, you know, have a valid argument if you guys want to talk about it. I do not mind. We do have a Facebook group that I'm actually active on. I have a Twitter page as well. It'll be down in the description below. Well, let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys for watching, and have a great evening.